Hi vinyl community, it's Michael. Welcome back to my channel Near Wild Heaven. Today I'm going to talk about some recent vinyl pickups that I've got like earlier this month, and I'm also going to show you a few things that I've been listening to lately. So it's a dreary Saturday afternoon here. It's raining outside, so um, I guess there's nothing better to do but make a video and show some records. I hope everybody's doing okay. Let's get started. First up, this is the Black Keys Rubber Factory. This is from 2004. This is a recent reissue, probably from within the last year. Really good stuff. Everybody knows about the Black Keys. I like their newest album, Dropout Boogie. I just bought that a few weeks ago. I decided to go back and get this one. I had a CD of this a few years ago, and it's really good. Some really good, tasty slide guitar from Dan Auerbach, but just great stuff. Good garage rock. If you don't know about this album by the Black Keys, you want to check it out. This is Rubber Factory. Really good stuff. Up next, this is the Kinks Waterloo Sunset EP. I believe this is a Record Store Day release from June Record Store Day. Yeah, this is really good. I got they release like the 7-inch EPs they did every year on Record Store Day. I got a bunch of those. This one is pretty cool. Got 6 songs on it. It's in mono, and I love the song Waterloo Sunset. I've never heard it in mono before until I got this, and it just blows me away. So good. Here's the label. It's on colored vinyl, as you can tell. Replication of Pi record label. It plays at 45, and it sounds fantastic. Really good remastering job on this one. But yeah, love the Kinks. Always been a big fan of them. Glad to have this in my collection. Up next, this is Fleetwood Mac, the original Fleetwood Mac. This is from 1976 on Sire Records. This is a collection of unreleased tracks. It's really good British blues. I like Peter Green a lot. I like everything he's done. So when I saw this, I didn't have this. I figured I'd pick it up. What more can you say? It's just great British blues rock. If you like early Fleetwood Mac and you don't know about this album, you might want to check it out. It's really good. Next, we got Suicidal Tendencies. It's a band from LA. This was originally released in 1983. This is a reissue from 2021 on Frontier Records. Really good hardcore punk. Love the song Institutionalized. Is used in the movie Repo Man, which I have the soundtrack of. I think I showed that. But there's the label. It's on orange colored vinyl. Like really good stuff. If you like hardcore punk like Black Flag and I don't know, some of the other ones there, LA based bands. Yeah, this would be a good one to check out if you don't already know about it. It's Suicidal Tendencies. This is their first album, by the way. But really good stuff. Up next, this is Julie Driscoll and Brian Auger and the Trinity. This album's called Open. So, jazz with psychedelic tinges to it. They do a really good cover of Donovan's Season of the Witch. It's great, great stuff. You like, it's like heavily dominated by keyboards, and there's some horns in it, but it's done really well. Julie Driscoll has a pretty unique voice, and it goes along well with the music. So, yeah. If you don't know about this band, you might want to check them out if you're into jazzy rock with psychedelic overtones. Really good stuff. Check it out if you get a chance. Up next, this is the A-Bones, Not Now. Covers kind of reminiscent of the Rolling Stones Now album. This is from 2009 on Norton Records. It features a female drummer, Miriam Lina, who operates along with her partner, Billy Miller. They operate Norton Records. But Miriam was one of the drummers in the Cramps before Nick Knox joined. But really good stuff. Early rock and roll sound, kind of reminiscent of Flamin' Groovies, the Flamin' Groovies with Roy Loney. But really good stuff. If you like early sounding like 50s, 60s garage rock type stuff, this is a good one to get. Check it out if you don't know about it, the A-Bones. Up next, this is Witch, Lazy Bones. This is their second album. This is the second album that I bought by them. This is really good Zamrock. Lots of wah-wah guitar. Influenced by, it says here, James Brown, the Stones, and Deep Purple. So, yeah, it's just a good, it's like their version of rock music. But it's so good. Lots of good African rhythms. Really well done. I'd like to thank Steve Carlson for turning me on to this. He's really enthusiastic about this band. About a lot of Zamrock stuff. But yeah, if you're interested in this, this is one to check out. When I first heard this, I wasn't that impressed with it as much as the first album, but I've listened to this like a few more times and it's starting to grow on me, and I really starting to like it a lot. So if you want to check this one out, this is a good one to get, Witch, Lazy Bone. And up next, a few weeks ago, cosmicbrian showed an album by this band. It's called The Dark. This isn't the same version that he had. This is from 2015. This is sanctioned by the band, and what it is a 2-record set. And one disc is the original album, and the second disc is the entire original album performed live in 2011 by all the original members of the band. But this is really good. I haven't listened to the live version yet, but the studio album is fantastic. Lots of fuzz guitar, heavy acid rock. It's really good. Just if you like good psychedelic guitar, this is an album you could get. And also the one guitarist on here, there's two guitarists, Martin Weaver. He was also in this band here, Wicked Lady, which is equally as good as The Dark. I kind of like this one a little bit better than Wicked Lady, but yeah, it's great, great stuff. If you're into psych rock, you want to check this one out. It's the dark. Oh, this album is called Dark Across the Ages. The original album is called uh, Dark Around the Edges. So there you go. Great album. Up next, this is Suburban Lawns from 1981, originally released on the IRS label. This is a 2021 reissue on Superior Viaduct. Really good stuff. 80s new wave, kind of quirky sounding, reminiscent of Devo and maybe a little bit of Gang of Four. And they have a female singer in the band. Her name is Sue Tissue. That's, that's her right there. She's got a really unique voice, really unique style of singing, and she does lead vocals on a few of the songs. But great stuff. Suburban Lawns, kind of weird looking there. A lyric sheet, and what else came in here? Something else. Like a little bio of the band. Really good stuff. If you like 80s new wave, you probably like this a lot. Like I said, reminiscent of Devo with maybe a little bit of Gang of Four in it, but really good stuff. Really good. Let's get that in there. Alright, I'll take care of that later. But yeah, Suburban Lawns, if you want to check them out. Up next, this band I've gotten into recently. This is Q65. This is their third album, We're Gonna Make It. Really good. Like 60. This is from I think 1969 or 1970, and the band was changing their sound a little bit and leaning to more towards like a hard rock sound, but still was so good. Their earlier stuff was reminiscent, it's kind of garage style, kind of reminiscent of Standell's, Chocolate Watch Band, stuff like this, but this is leaning towards a more hard rock sound, really good guitar work. So if you don't know about this band, Q65, they're from Denmark or the Netherlands, Amsterdam, one of those places. But great band, really good if you want to check them out. This album's called We're Gonna Make It. Alright, up next, this is the Belfast Gypsies, or them, the Belfast Gypsies. Them Belfast Gypsies, there we go. Yeah, this is a reissue, Legendary Master recording, but really good. This is them without Van Morrison. This is the first album that they recorded after he left. I got a few of their other albums that came after this, but this is the first one they did after Van left, and really good. It's similar in style to what they were doing with Van. They do a version of Dylan's Baby Blue and Boom Boom, which is standard. I think the Animals covered at one time, but really good. Kind of raw R&B British sound there, but great stuff. If you like them with Van Morrison, and give this album a listen. It's pretty similar in style and pretty good. Up next, this one's the last of the recent finds. This is a band from New Zealand called Chance R&B. This is another release on Norton Records. These guys were kind of like New Zealand's answer to the Pretty Things. And when I say Pretty Things, I'm talking about the early Pretty Things, the raunchy R&B, bluesy Pretty Things. Um, but yeah, this is, I believe this is uh, live. It was recorded at the Stage Door in New Zealand. Um, but yeah, really good stuff. Like I said, similar to Pretty Things, loud, raunchy R&B flavor rock music. Um, they do, I think they do a few uh, original songs, but mostly it's covers, like I'm Your Witch Doctor and Mystic Eyes, which was recorded by them. Um, and also Don't Bring Me Down, which was a Pretty Thing song. And Land of a Thousand Dances. But really good stuff. If you're into early rock and roll, this is uh, really good. If you want to check it out, it's Chance R&B. Okay, the stuff I've been listening to lately. Everybody talks about Marquee Moon, and Marquee Moon is like a great album. It's fantastic. But this is Television's second album, Adventure, and it's pretty good too. When this first came out, it was really panned by the critics because I think everybody was expecting Marquee Moon Part 2. This has some elements of like the sound on Marquee Moon. There's probably some of these songs are probably left over, but the thing of it was all the songs on Marquee Moon, Television had like 3 years to develop those songs before they recorded them. For this album, they had like 6 months to come up with material. And it kind of shows a little bit. It is a little lackluster than Marquee Moon, but it's still a good album. I really like it. Some of the songs like Glory, the opening track, and Carried Away is really good. Just, good guitar work from Richard Lloyd and Tom Verlaine. If you like the first album, which most people do, you might want to check this one out if you haven't heard it. It's a grower. Listen to it a few times and you'll get hooked on it. Great stuff. So up next, this is the Byrds, the British Byrds. This features Ron Wood, who later played with, after he left this band, he joined Jeff Beck group with Rod Stewart. And then after that, he went on to the Faces, and of course we all know after the Faces, he joined Rolling Stone. But this is really good stuff. Early R&B influenced rock. Some of this sounds almost like psychedelic. Later, this is a compilation. The band never really released an album during their lifetime, but they did release like a few singles, 3 or 4 singles. So all of the single cuts, the A and B sides are on here, plus a few other tracks. But there's demos of some of the songs, and just great stuff. It's all recorded from 1964 and 1965. But it's really good stuff. If you don't know about the Byrds, the British Byrds, you might want to check this out. The sound is similar to early Rolling Stones, Pretty Things, the R&B influenced British rock bands of that time. But good stuff if you want to check it out. Say Those Magic Words by the Byrds. Up next, This is one of my favorite bands. I know I say that a lot about a lot of bands, but this is Hot Tuna Burgers. Really good acoustic based country blues. Got Papa John Creech on violin. Uh, just fantastic stuff. I love Hot Tuna. I like all the stuff they've done from their acoustic stuff into when they became like a power trio in their later incarnation, but always with Jorma Kekkonen and Jack Cassidy. Jack Cassidy is just a great bass player. He was so good in Jefferson Airplane, and him and Jorma have a good chemistry together. So this is one of their albums, one of my favorite albums by them. Like I said, acoustically, kind of acoustic blues. You got organ and slide guitar. David Crosby makes an appearance on this, on a couple of songs. So yeah, if you like Hot Tuna, want to check this out. I found this in a dollar bin a few years ago, and I'm just so happy to have it because it's a great album. Hot Tuna Burgers. Up next, I got a couple more here. Up next, this is Lou Reed Street Hassle. This is from 1978. Really good Lou. He's returning to form on this one. The title song, Street Hassle, the epic song. Lots of violins and cellos, and kind of reminiscent of his work with the Velvet Underground. But yeah, it's this album, this Lou album, is like not talked about too much in the VC. Usually, if people show a Lou Reed album, it's like Transformer or Rock and Roll Animal or stuff. But this is a good album. If you don't know about this one, you can check it out. Does Give Me Some Good Time, Street Hassle, I Want to Be Black, Real Good Time Together. Just great stuff. Classic Lou. It's on Arista Records. That's the inner sleeve there, and it's recorded in this. It's called Stereo Binaural Sound. And I don't know what that means, but it sounds a little flat to me. But still, it's a good album. If you want to check it out, one of Lou's better albums. This is a white label promo, by the way. Really good stuff from Lou. Like the Velvet Underground, which I do. I'm like a huge fan of the Velvet Underground. And Lou Reed. I like most of his solo stuff. There's a few albums he did I was like, I'm not too sure about. But for the most part, he does pretty good stuff. And this is one of his better solo albums. So you might want to check that out. And last one here. This is LVII. This came out on Record Store Day, I think maybe a year ago or 2 years ago. But this was their last really good album. I think they broke up shortly after the release of this, and they reformed since then. But this is good. This is really good. I don't know what to say about it. It's just good, grungy rock. LVII's a great band. I have some of their other stuff. This is a reissue from 2021, so it's from last year, and it's on Real Gone Music, I believe. This is the inside sleeve. The girl's hair. Yeah. The label. It's really good stuff. In fact, I believe it was this album I saw them. They did a show with the Melvins, which was both bands were excellent that night. But the Melvins opened for LVII. But this is a great album. If you like LVII, if you like 90s grunge rock, this would be a great one to get. I know a few other people have shown this, so if you don't know about it, check it out. It's really good. So that's it for this video. Sorry I haven't been making videos the last few weeks. I was kind of under the weather with, I had a sinus infection, but I'm getting a lot better now. I hope everybody's doing well. I'd like to thank all the people who subscribed in the last few weeks. And so that's it. Take care, everybody. I will see you soon in my next video.